Princess Catherine has just dropped a bombshell that's left Buckingham Palace reeling. Imagine this. The Princess of Wales, poised and perfect, sitting across from King Charles, her father-in-law, admitting something so raw it could unravel. Decades of royal dignity. She's confessed to orchestrating his most humiliating moments. Public blunders, private jabs, all of it. Why? Revenge? Loyalty? Or something darker? Stick around because this story's about to twist into territory no one saw coming. Let's set the scene. It's early March 2025, just days after the Commonwealth Day service on March 10th. The royals were all there. Charles, Camilla, William, and Catherine, smiling for the cameras at Westminster Abbey. She wore that striking red Catherine Walker coat, curtsied low to the king, and the world thought, look at the unity. But behind closed doors, something was brewing. Sources whisper that after the service, Catherine requested a private audience with Charles at Buckingham Palace. No aides, no witnesses, just the two of them. What went down in that room? A confession that's got the royal family on edge. First, let's rewind. Charles has had his share of humiliations since taking the throne. Remember November 2024, when he tripped over a loose carpet at a state dinner in Australia? The video went viral, 65 million views in 48 hours. Or that leaked audio from January 2025, where he muttered about bloody corgis ruining his new suit, only for the press to spin it as a dig at the late Queen Elizabeth's legacy. These weren't accidents. They were calculated. And Catherine, the golden girl of the monarchy, claims she's the mastermind. Why would she do this? To understand, we need to dig into their dynamic. Charles and Catherine have always had a complex relationship. When she married William in 2011, Charles saw her as the future, a fresh face to modernize the crown. She was flawless, charity work, perfect kids, and a smile that sold tabloids. But insiders say Charles grew jealous as her star rose. By 2023, polls showed Catherine outranking him in popularity, 72% approval to his 58%. Then came the cancer diagnoses in 2024. Both Charles and Catherine faced their battles, but while he stepped back, she powered through, announcing remission in January 2025. The press crowned her a warrior princess, while Charles got pity headlines. That stung. The confession, they say, happened on March 11th, the day after the Abbey event. Picture it. Charles in his study, still in that dark suit from the service, Catherine opposite him, her red coat swapped for something muted, her face unreadable. She starts with, "Sir, I need to be honest." Then it spills out. The carpet incident? She tipped off a staffer to leave it loose. The corgi audio? Her idea to plant a mic during a tea at Clarence's house. Even that awkward moment at Christmas 2024 when Charles got spinach stuck in his teeth on live TV, she'd swapped his usual menu with a last-minute healthy option. Petty? Sure. But effective. Charles must have been floored. This wasn't the Catherine he knew, dutiful, reserved, the ideal daughter-in-law. Her reasoning, though, cut deeper. "You humiliated William," she allegedly said, "and I couldn't let it stand." This is where it gets juicy. William, the heir, has clashed with Charles for years. Back in 2023, Charles overruled William's plan for a green energy initiative, calling it too radical, in a leaked memo. Then, during the 2024 cancer chaos, Charles sidelined William's input on royal duties, treating him like a spare instead of the next in line. Catherine watched her husband shrink under the weight, and she'd had enough. So, she played the long game. Every stumble Charles took was her pushing back, a silent rebellion dressed up as loyalty. The Commonwealth Day service was her victory lap, standing beside William, curtsying to Charles, knowing she'd already won. But why confess now? Some say it's guilt. After her remission, Catherine's been reflective. Her social media tribute to Liz Hatton, that teen photographer who died in November 2024, showed a softer side. Maybe she wanted a clean slate. Others think it's strategy. By owning up, she's daring Charles to react, punish her and risk public backlash, or stay quiet and look weak. What did Charles do? He didn't yell or banish her. He sat there, silent, then said, "You've learned well." Cryptic, right? Some interpret it as grudging respect. Catherine's proven she can play the game as ruthlessly as any Windsor. Others see it as a warning. He's not done yet. The next day, March 12th, Charles was all smiles at a naval event, acting like nothing happened. But palace insiders say he's furious, plotting his next move. Camilla's in on it too. She's never trusted Catherine, and this just lit the fuse. Let's break down the fallout. William's caught in the middle. He's loyal to Catherine, but he's Charles's son. If he backs her, it's war with the king. If he doesn't, their marriage, already strained by last year's brutal health scares, could crack. The kids, George, Charlotte, Louis, they're oblivious for now, but how long until they sense the tension? And the public? They're split. Catherine's fans see her as a badass protecting her man. Charles's supporters call her a snake. X is ablaze with takes, posts like Kate's a queen in waiting versus she's disgraced the crown. No one's neutral. The timing's wild too. March 15, 2025, today, marks the Wales versus England Six Nations match in Cardiff. William and Catherine are set to attend, cheering opposite teams. It's their first public outing since the confession leaked. Will they play nice, or will every glance be a headline? Charles, meanwhile, has a trip to Estonia lined up next week with William. Awkward doesn't cover it. The monarchy's always been a chessboard, but this is checkmate territory. Now let's zoom out. Catherine's confession isn't just about petty revenge. It's power. She's signaling she's not just William's wife or Charles's pawn. She's a player. Thatched coat at the Abbey wasn't random. It was a statement, echoing Queen Elizabeth's bold colors. Camilla might be queen now, but Catherine's ready to step up when her time comes. And Charles? His reign's already shaky. Cancer, gaffes, a restless public. This could tip him over. But here's the kicker. Not everyone buys it. Some say the confession's a fabrication, a rumor spun from thin air. No official statements come from the palace, and Catherine's been silent since her March 8th ex post about International Women's Day. Could this be a distraction? Charles has enemies. Maybe they're framing Catherine to destabilize him. Or maybe she's bluffing, testing his reaction. The truth's murky, and that's what keeps this alive. Think about her moves. The carpet, the mic, the spinach. They're small, precise, deniable. She didn't go nuclear, she went surgical. That's not rage, that's control. And Charles's? You've learned well? It's too calm for a man blindsided. Maybe he knew all along. Maybe they're in this together, staging a drama to keep the monarchy relevant. Far-fetched? Sure. But this family's built on secrets. So, where does this leave us? Catherine's confession, real or not, has cracked the royal facade. She's either a hero, a villain, or a ghostwriter of chaos. Charles is either a victim, a mastermind, or a king on borrowed time. William's the wild card, torn between love and duty. And the public? We're hooked, waiting for the next scene. Today's match in Cardiff might give us a clue. Will Catherine and William hold hands, or will the chill be palpable? One thing's certain, this isn't over. In fact, it's just getting started. What's her next play? What's his? And who's really pulling the strings? Wait, did you hear that? A text just buzzed through from a palace source. She's meeting him again tonight. No details, just that. What's she planning now?